DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy, family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into the FL1 Betting Podcast here on FingerLakes1.com. NFL Week 3 picks incoming. Paul Russo, Kyle Evans, and Jim Senecropi here with you. It's crazy. It kind of feels like we're in high gear, high mode for the NFL. Picks are coming in hot and heavy. We have some repeats of what's happening like last year, but more on that in a minute. But first, I think a couple more of our sponsors, including the Auburn Auto Group. When it comes to selection and service after the sale, Auburn Auto Group has been the premier destination for new and used car buyers for close to 40 years. Among the brands offered on Route 5 in Auburn include Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Honda, Toyota, and Subaru. And thanks to their wide range of makes and models, you're sure to find your new or used car at Auburn Auto Group. And Cafe 19, breakfast, lunch, pastry, celebratory, cakes, pies, and catering. Guaranteed fresh and always local at Cafe 19 in Seneca Falls. Also offering an assortment of beverages, including tea, coffee, and espresso drinks. You can check out their full menus and weekly specials at xixcafe.com. All right, gentlemen. Yeah, I kind of led into it there a little bit. We have a repeat of last year happening to a degree here, but not with that individual person because it's Jim who is running away right now early. A 3-0 week up top for our standings leader, Jim. Tell us your ways.
Little luck, obviously, but I don't know. I mean, I think one reason Kyle did good last year was because like he had a general feeling on like 5 or 6 teams, and he kind of rode that through, you know. And so, not necessarily the case with these picks, but there's some teams that I think are underrated, and I'll generally play them as long as they, you know. And Carolina is one of them. Surprisingly, they haven't looked great, but they covered this week, and then. You know, I thought the Eagles game, I think that was my lock of the week. But we'll see how it goes next week.
Yeah. Kyle, me and you, 1 and 2 weeks respectively. Man, you kind of got, I don't know if you were necessarily ever going to cover it, but man, the Cowboys and Giants were just a mess of a game in that sense. And you were spot on, though, at least about Washington and the Packers pulling away there. So no harm, no foul, at least on covering yourself with 1 point to not make it a horrible week.
Yeah, perfect example of a week-to-week league. You saw the Giants in week 1. I mean, they couldn't even move the ball. And then Russell throws for over 450. And, you know, both teams had the ball in overtime, too, twice. And we get this result. So, yeah. And then the Jets, I mean, again, week-to-week league. They looked good in week 1, and then week 2 doesn't even look like the same team on the field. So this is why I'm having so much trouble. You know, you see a team do something big one week, and the next week you got to be careful because that might not be repeated.
Yeah. Hear you there. Didn't expect the Dolphins and Patriots to have as many points as they did. At least I was on the right side with Bills and Jets. And we don't need to talk about college because Wisconsin was just, the hell happened. The hell is going on with the Badgers? Bucky is disappointed.
They're 10-point favorites against Maryland this week, I think.
Yeah, so, hey, week to week,
Bounce back.
Sport, whatever, yeah. So, I got really nothing major to, I feel like, really discuss. I think.
Well, how about all the quarterbacks?
Well, I was about to say, that's really kind of the one, and I feel like at this point in the week, it's always kind of, I mean, I don't want to say you've been hit over the head with it so much, but there still is, like, mystery technically surrounding a couple, namely, I feel like Washington with Jaden Daniels, not officially out. I know for me personally, I'm operating under the assumption that he's not playing, which he shouldn't be in my mind anyway, so that'd be Marcus Mariota. You know, elsewhere you have Minnesota going with Carson Wentz instead of J.J. McCarthy this week, who's out with an injury.
Fine though, right?
Well, maybe. Jake Browning.
Wentz might be better than McCarthy's been.
Okay, interesting.
Well, he might. I mean, he's a veteran.
Can air it out.
Yeah, he's got a great arm, and you know, McCarthy struggled.
Yeah, true. And the team they're facing in the Bengals, also with a backup quarterback now for at least the next 3 months, and Jake Browning.
Good when he came in.
Yep.
I mean, he threw some interceptions, but I think he also threw how many touchdown passes? 2 or 3?
Yeah.
He ran one in.
Yeah. And he's also, of note, keep this in mind, in terms of outright 4-3 as a starter for Joe Burrow in the past anyway.
I'm
So
a Jamar Chase owner in fantasy football, and I'm still feel pretty good about him putting up numbers, but betting wise, injuries are so often kind of like overrated.
Yeah.
When it comes right down to it. So, anyways, we'll see it all play out. We'll see who's playing and who's not, and how the backups perform.
Yeah.
Next man up in the NFL. So many other injuries other than quarterbacks too.
yeah, I know the two other main quarterback quote unquote ones are still unsure what Brock Purdy's status is with the 49ers fully this week. Will we see Mac Jones again? Will we not? Tyrod going for the Jets with Justin Fields being out. So Kyle,
But that Mac
smirk.
is another example of did he do any worse than Purdy would have done?
Yeah.
He actually looked really good.
So
Actually, I have a quick stat, too, if
Sure.
you'd like. If Jaden Daniels can't play Sunday, this would be the 5th team to use 2 quarterbacks in the first 3 weeks of a season since 2019.
wow.
So teams are shuffling through quarterbacks at a crazy rate
Yeah.
for 3 weeks.
Yeah. What was it? 2 years ago, right? 2 or 3 years ago, where it was kind of the backup epidemic we were calling it there.
That was
I don't know if it
Into
was
like week
yeah.
8 to 10, like half the league starters
Yeah.
were out. It was crazy.
Yeah, but I know, Jim, like you said, it's other injuries too. I know, like the one for me that sticks out, Khalil Mack being out for the Chargers for the next couple
That was
weeks.
a bad
But
arm injury on Monday Night Football.
yeah, I didn't need to see the replay of that arm, to be totally honest.
A
So
lot of secondary players are injured. A lot of like linemen on both offense and defense
Yeah.
for certain teams. It's something to look at. I personally think like injuries to the offensive line or a defensive secondary are more consequential to betting than even a starting quarterback.
no, for sure. I think we talk about it in the non-betting space, obviously, but like can't do much if you don't have a line in front of you as a quarterback, right? And then obviously we talk about it just as an example, right? Not in the betting sense, but with the Bills a lot recently, where it's like, yeah, like if there's a really true bad spot on that team, it's 100% the secondary, and that can be the potential downfall. So it's a lot to take into consideration because it's not just say betting what team will win, cover a spread. You also have over-unders at stake at that point and stuff like that. So it's a full mishmash of stuff you have to kind of take in with those types of injuries too. I don't think any other major ones. I mean, Eckler, I guess, pulling out his Achilles, but like, I don't know.
The Raiders looked really bad.
Yeah.
So many opportunities in that fourth quarter against the Chargers, and Geno looked really bad.
Yeah.
It's hard to say how much of that's the Raiders and how much it's the Chargers.
Yeah.
Because the Chargers are like looking great. Although it's funny because last year they like grounded and pounded it, double tight ends, and this year they're airing it out. So I don't know how good the Chargers running game really is. Didn't look too good the other night, but man, they're airing it out. And you're right, the Raiders are one of those teams that I think is underrated coming into this season. But they didn't look great.
I know.
Kyle said.
No, I know with the Raiders too. I think Genty even said like for he himself, he needs to adjust still to the league, and I think it's pretty good if a guy is able to recognize like there needs to be some adjustments, early on and stuff like that. So hey, I think it's pretty early yet, still, especially specifically in that division anyway. As is, seeing Kansas City go 0-2. Celebrate everybody for the first time since 2014.
About to go 0-3 maybe
Yeah, hey,
against the Giants.
We've seen crazier, I feel like, and the Giants, all things considered, look pretty good for a lot of that game against Dallas, obviously. So
Yeah, a couple of clown organizations. It's I don't know. It's hard to make sense of either one of those teams.
yeah, for sure.
The Chiefs have, by the way, I have a quick stat. The
Yeah.
Chiefs have never won in New Jersey against the Giants.
Really?
The Giants are 7-0 all time in New Jersey against the Chiefs. Of course, they don't play very often.
Right.
And totally different team, quarterbacks, all that. But yeah, I guess maybe there's a chance the Giants win that game, but I don't see the Chiefs going
Oh,
nowhere.
they're 5.5 point. Isn't it 5.5?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't
Russell's
have to
got to
win
play
to
like
win
he
the
did
bet.
against Dallas, but I don't see it.
Do you by chance have like when the last win was, or the last win, the last time they played in New Jersey was by chance, or
I
no?
don't, but I can check. While
Okay. No worries. It might take a little bit there, but yeah. I mean, yeah, it's interesting because admittedly I do have that Kansas City Giants game as one of my potential picks. I said off air.
Alright.
I said off air to Kyle. I'm kind of struggling with essentially 3 different games to cover like 2 spots for me this week.
Well, let's get into
2017.
2017.
Final score was 12-9 in overtime.
Oh boy.
I'm looking to see who played quarterback.
Alex
Wasn't it Alex Smith?
It had to have been Alex Smith, I think.
Yep.
So,
And Eli Manning.
oh boy. What a delight. What a treat.
Travis Kelce threw a pass in this game and got picked off.
Well,
Wow.
what
Wow.
a treat that would have been. All right, let me
Let's get to these bets.
yeah, I'm throwing get the try box up here. I need to get
these picks.
I need to get my app up here for the best lines that we can get for everybody. Jim, same as last week. You got the week, so up to you. First, defer. What do you
I'm gonna
want?
defer because, like I said, I always come in here with 4 or 5, so we don't have to double up.
All right. I'll go first again here. I guess we'll do like golf style honors carry from last week. So, I'm gonna do the Patriots plus 2.5 at home against Pittsburgh. I think that Pittsburgh defense is definitely not as good as we all thought. The Patriots appear to be a bit more spry on offense than maybe we even gave them a little bit of credit for here. I think at home, and I think at the very least, they can keep it pretty close within that field goal type area. At worst, I feel pretty comfortable with the Patriots getting that 2.5 against the Steelers.
Yeah, I like the fact they're getting the 2.5.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a money line bet too, maybe.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. So, Kyle?
I'm
I'll let you
rolling with the
roll.
Packers again.
Okay.
I don't know what the line is. I did this early yesterday.
7.5 is what I got.
I can get you at a flat 7 right now.
Perfect. I had 8.5 yesterday. Yeah, the Browns have been good at times. Their defense has been good at times, but then they gave up 41 to Baltimore. The Packers are just going to run it and really just pound it, and I just don't think the Browns are going to move the ball against that defense.
Yeah.
So if they can't win by 8, 9, 10 points, that'd be wild to me.
And the Green Bay's looked ultra dominant the first time on the road. Even if Jordan Love and the offense struggles, Green Bay's own defense should have a feast.
Yeah, Joe Flacco might get hurt. I'm not even kidding, because he can't move that well.
Yeah, that's fair. It's definitely true.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, Jim, your first pick of the day.
Well, I mentioned that I'm high on the Raiders this year, but the NFL really did something just totally awful to the Raiders this week.
Yeah.
So the Commanders played last Thursday night, a week ago tonight. So they've had 9 games off. The Raiders played the latest possible game you could ever play, and they were actually playing football Tuesday East Coast time. You know, and now they got to come all the way east
Yeah.
to face Washington. Like, how can a schedule maker do that? How can, to me, with wins being so, precious in the NFL, one win can be the difference between making the playoffs or not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Or, wins are important, obviously. So how can the NFL justify doing that to the Raiders? So
the
because of
NFL.
that, I'm going to go with the Commanders. It's a horrible spot for the Raiders. And now I got the Commanders -3, but I'm not going to bet that yet. And I'm going to ask the I guess you're the curator of bets.
Bonjour. Yes.
Because I think if Daniels plays, it's still probably around -3. But if Daniels officially doesn't play, I think that line goes down to like maybe -1.5, -2.
Yeah. I can
So
see that.
I want you to give me the line prior to kickoff.
You
And
got
if
it.
it's higher, it's higher.
You got it.
But I think it's going to be lower.
All right. I like that. I
I
Yeah,
might-
I still personally think, now this might sound Homer-ish, obviously, being a Commanders fan. I think if they still roll Mariota out there, I feel pretty
Yeah, he's got some
comfortable anyway.
experience.
And it's a revenge game for him.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got, technically, if Daniels couldn't go next week too, he would be in a revenge game spot again because Washington plays Atlanta.
Well, I'd rather have Daniels playing, but
Wouldn't we all?
but Yeah, it's just the main, like the Commanders have 5 or 6 extra days of rest.
Yeah.
And it's not even that they have so much rest. It's that the Raiders, so
It's the turnaround.
yeah, so Tuesday night, where was that? Was that game in Vegas?
It was in Vegas,
So they went home at 3 p.m. Eastern time from the stadium, and then typically NFL teams get a day off after, so that would have been Tuesday, and then like 1 day of practice before.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just this, and then the fact that East Coast teams, West Coast teams struggle when they come all the way east, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's the only reason I'm basing. I'm not looking at the personnel or anything. I'm just saying that's a horrible spot for the Raiders.
Yeah. No, I don't hate it.
Commanders need the win too.
You're goddamn right. All right. I've been going back and forth on this. This game, to me, doesn't have a clue what it wants to be in terms of how the books are seeing it. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and jump and take advantage of it. I'm going to do Dallas plus 1.5 at Chicago. Just one of those things where I struggle to see how people have the Bears as a favorite potentially in this game. Certain books have the Bears as the favorite.
FanDuel has them +1, Cowboys +1.5.
Yeah, that's where I'm able to get the 1.5 from, is on the FanDuel side of things. So it's like I'm going to take advantage of catching, obviously, that 1.5. And again, I don't get it. Maybe it's something that none of us are obviously seeing. I don't know, but I'll take Dallas catching that 1.5.
Yeah, no, I think the line comes from the fact that Dallas ain't a great road team traditionally, but the Bears starting cornerback, Jalen Johnson's out indefinitely. Mm-hmm. Apparently, Kyle Gordon, their other cornerback, is week to week.
Yeah.
TJ Edwards is also week to week.
And I'm sorry, the Chicago offense, what are we doing?
They scored the first drive of both their games, and then pretty much nothing after that.
Yeah,
overthrow, Caleb Williams.
I don't get it. Like I said, maybe it's something that we just aren't seeing. I don't know.
And if the game's close, got a +1.5.
Yeah.
You got Brandon Aubrey.
Yeah. So I'm fine with doing that. And
wouldn't be shocked if the Cowboys just get blown out though either.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I said this to Kyle off air, and I don't know if you feel this way, Jim, but it feels like there's a lot of trap games this week in the sense of where the lines are being set and stuff like that. And,
yeah.
Obviously for us on our end, we just have to kind of bite the bullet here on Thursday when we do these picks and kind of make our pick and hope that it sticks through the next few days. So, Kyle, now your turn again.
Yeah, so what do you have in Atlanta at Carolina for the line?
I went too far. There we go. I can get you Atlanta at -4.5, or I can get you Carolina at +5.5.
Yeah, so Atlanta -4.5.
All right.
Carolina has not really looked good until that fourth quarter against the Cardinals. They weren't moving the ball. Bryce Young is holding the ball too long.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, I just like where Atlanta is. I think their offense can put up enough points. And Carolina's due to lose at home. Here's the stat. Carolina has covered the spread in 5 straight home games. I think that's due to change.
Yeah.
So let's go Atlanta. -4, you said?
4.5.
4.5. All right, I'll write that down. And yeah, that's my second pick.
Yeah, I like that. Kind of goes against Jim a little bit though with your Panthers theory for the year overall. But
yeah, but I don't have the Panthers this week either.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait a second here. Although I don't know, we'll see what the line does. Mm-hmm. Panthers at home are probably different than Panthers on the road. They still think they got good personnel. You know what it is with the Panthers? The one is I don't think the coaching's great.
It's weird because I feel like I'm gonna probably butcher his last name technically, but Canales, right? I think it's how it's pronounced. He has moments where I feel like, he's really, it's kind of, you want to know who it kind of reminds me of a little bit? It's kind of like Zach Taylor a little bit with Cincinnati, where it's like, every now and then it's like, and then there's every now and then where I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
I mean, you look at the Chargers with Harbaugh, you look at the Raiders with Carroll, even though they haven't really come together yet, but that's a coach that can give you confidence.
Yeah.
Carolina, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, anyways, my pick?
Yep.
I don't know if you guys have seen the injury report for the Cardinals defense, but all 3 starting
Also
corners
not great.
left the game in week 2.
Yeah.
And if you go back to before the season started, they already lost their top 2 corners, Sean Murphy-Bunting and Starling Thomas. They're not, so they're now 5 cornerbacks deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know how many of those 3 guys that were injured last last week are gonna play, but I don't know how they're expecting to cover anybody, for San Francisco this week. And Mac Jones wasn't spectacular in his Niners debut, but he was definitely more than competent. And I don't think Brock Purdy was ever spectacular. He's usually not spectacular. He's competent. It seems like the same old San Francisco team here. San Francisco's a better team, and they're at home, and they got the matchup advantage. Give me the 49ers minus 2.5.
Yep, 2.5. Still is the best line available right now. So, yeah, I don't hate it. Part of me does worry if Mac Jones just kind of regresses back to Mac Jones in New England, but if that's the case, if he's playing anyway. But yeah, I mean, especially with the deal with Arizona's DBs.
Kyle Shanahan does good with any quarterback he throws in there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Am I thinking the right guy, Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah, you are for the most part. Yeah, I'm not a big Shanahan guy.
Cardinals are a clown show.
Yeah.
I mean, over the past,
Yeah. No,
100 years.
I agree. Yeah. Going back to their days in Chicago. Okay. This last game I was kind of torn between 2 games. I think, however, I'm going to go Detroit plus 5.5 at Baltimore. And I don't care, frankly, what numbers say, if it's going to go against me. If not, I don't really care. I do not believe in Baltimore in prime time. I do not care about that one game against Buffalo last year where they showed up. I do not care. They just don't do well when the lights are on them in the sense of showing up for these big games. I'm going to go with the Lions, catch the 5.5, and not think twice about it.
Or they'll show up, but they'll blow that double-digit lead in the fourth quarter.
Exactly. So I'm not going to think twice about it. I'm going to stick with my initial gut on this game and do Detroit plus 5.5.
And I'm rolling with you.
Attaboy, Kyle.
Yesterday. 5.5. You said you had
5.5.
Yep. That's what I have it at.
Wow.
Love it.
Well, you know what?
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
He's going Ravens, Mike?
I like the Ravens. I'm not sure if it'll be my official pick, but you know what? I think I might now, just for the intrigue.
Okay.
I don't know. Didn't you guys watch the Bills-Ravens game?
Yeah.
That game was in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And the Ravens kicked the Bills' ass. They did everything but win, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Detroit on the road at Green Bay got smashed.
Okay. But to Kyle's point, even in that game, Baltimore played good for one half of football. It was all Bills the second half, pretty much.
Well,
This would be high scoring, too. I almost took the over in this game.
52.5, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I see 51, but then, it's gone up.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Detroit's as good as they were last year. I think they were exposed right off the bat when they went on the road in Green Bay, and I don't see how it's in any easier spot for them to come to Baltimore on Monday night. They already got humbled by the Bills. Let's do it.
All right.
Head. I'll take you guys on head-to-head.
Love that. We have a lock fight with a lock step. It's great.
Detroit's going to be able to air it out like crazy. Just like
Hold on, though. I just realized this, though, because of obviously the app I use gives us best available lines. I can get Baltimore for you, Jim, at -4.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
That's what we do here. We get the best line.
So we can there is a way that we all win technically.
But you can't get the same thing for Detroit +4?
You could, but the best available odds with it is Detroit plus 5.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yep, that's the beauty of this app. They give you the best line with the best available odds on that line. So, it's pretty good. The other game, just for the sake of whatever for me that I was considering, was Kansas City -5.5 at the Giants, and
I like the Giants plus 5.5. I don't know, just a feeling.
Yeah, this Kansas City team, man, I don't know.
Detroit beat last week.
Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, big deal. And they were at home.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not sold on Detroit being, everything they were last year.
Mm-hmm. No, it's fair. It's fair. I'm probably allowing my Ravens haterade to come through a little bit on that pick too.
Yeah, I don't like the Ravens, but I just think it's a good spot for them at home. And again, I was really impressed with both sides of the ball against the Bills. I mean, Derrick Henry should be able to run it up against that Detroit defense. And I don't know. I guess it will come down to can the Baltimore defense contain the Detroit offense, which finally started humming last week. But again, it was at home on the turf against the Bears.
Yeah. So hey, that's why we make our picks. Can't wait.
I got some other games on here too that we might want to talk about, including a couple college games that I'll just throw out there quick. Well, actually, we're on the NFL. I'll continue with the NFL. I like Jacksonville minus 1.5 home against Houston. That's another one of the teams I just think is a little underrated, and Houston's looked terrible. Jacksonville's pretty solid throughout. The Bengals and Vikings over 42.5. Again, give me Carson Wentz and Jake Browning. I think they're going to put some points on the board.
It's not like worst case scenario. It's not like their running games are exactly terrible either by any means.
Yeah, Chase Brown's playing for the Bengals, and Aaron Jones is out for Minnesota, but I like Jordan Mason.
And Cam Akers is back for a third time.
For Minnesota?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. What other games are there out here? Oh, the big one's the Rams-Eagles game, right?
Yeah, I'm not a fan bet-wise of it at the moment.
It's tough because the Eagles are 3, and if it went under 3, I think I'd take the Eagles.
Yeah. As far as I know, the Rams did stay east this week because they were in Tennessee last weekend.
Still, the Eagles, Super Bowl champs, arguably the best team in football, are at home. So, Jets, Tampa Bay. I want to take Tampa Bay really bad in that one, but 6.5 is a lot, and I think the Buccaneers are an underrated squad.
Yeah,
I like a Super Bowl contender.
I'm with you there for sure.
So, and then a quick note on the touchdown parlay I did.
Yes.
Last week I again had 2 guys not get it. For those that don't know, last year 5 players averaged a touchdown a game over the course of the season, and so I'm parlaying them all on anytime touchdown. Derrick Henry, James Cook, Jamar Chase, Kyron Williams, and Jamar Gibbs. And last week it was Henry and Williams that didn't score. So the point is I don't think it's going to hit every week, but I think it'll hit 2 to 3 times. But what is interesting is in week 1 when I bet it, $10 would have won you $180. This week $10 will win you $2,100. Or no.
210?
212, yeah, 212. I didn't put the decimal point in there.
I bet you really loved it.
The odds are longer this week than they were in week 1, and probably part of it is Jamar Chase's touchdown line because Jake Browning's in and Burrow's out. But again, you don't think Browning's going to be targeting Chase,
right?
And then the Kyron Williams was a little higher too because I think they're playing at Philadelphia. But, so, anyways, yeah.
Only because I'm a college sicko. What were just a little taste of the college games you were kind of looking at?
I like Oklahoma, number 11 Oklahoma minus 6.5, hosting number 22 Auburn. Oklahoma's a team again I think is underrated, and they already are shooting their way up the rankings after the first couple games. And then I like Miami minus 7.5, hosting Florida.
Is that the interception line that they're giving DJ Lagway? Or
well, again, there you go. Florida's obviously in a little bit of turmoil, and Miami's got Georgia's quarterback from last year. He's like 33 years old now.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Also,
I admittedly don't know a ton about what's going on in the world of college football right now, but I do like those 2 plays, and I'll probably play them. I might parlay them together and on Saturday. Have a little action on Saturday.
Love that. This is, if you're a college football fan, quickly before I get out of here, I call this the appetizer weekend. There's some good games this weekend, but next weekend there's a lot of awesome games coming up. So this is an appetizer weekend. I know, Jim, like you mentioned, obviously like Oklahoma, Auburn, Michigan's at Nebraska this weekend. Indiana's hosting Illinois. You got a really good handful of games this weekend to kind of tee you up for next weekend. And By the way, my sprinkle is a college game, by the way, if you're intrigued. Tulane at Ole Miss for the upset.
Wow.
So that'd be something. But
One
that's
other thing in the betting world, Ryder Cup's coming up.
Yes.
Not this week, but next week. And right now, you Europeans are plus 150 on the money line. And I don't know if you looked at the rosters or even just paid attention, but the Europeans are serious.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
yeah.
And they're built for this type of thing. I think they're totally prepared and ready for the rowdiness at Bethpage. And, the American golfers are kind of, I don't want to say a joke, but I mean, I don't know. Do you got confidence in Sam Burns or you got confidence in like Robert McIntyre or Shane Lowry or Tommy Fleetwood?
Well, and I know in these situations it goes a little bit against the grain, but like my example of that is like I just can never trust Justin Thomas anymore.
Yeah, he's
like
on
I
there.
just like
Got guys like Justin Thomas, Sam Burns, Ben Griffin's great and everything, but he's making his Ryder Cup debut. Even Scheffler isn't necessarily built for the team golf the way he is.
Right. No, 100%.
And on the other side, you got guys like Rory and I can't go through the whole roster right now, but John Rahm is playing. So they got John Rahm from Liv and Hatton.
Yeah.
We get DeChambeau.
I'll say the only one on the American side I feel like who's better prepared for it is because of Liv is Bryson, just because it's more, I guess, inadvertently kind of that competition element of it in a way, but
yeah, but nobody likes him. Like whoever's paired with him isn't going to like him.
Right.
I don't really know that, but it just seems to be that way. Yeah. He's never been
he's been more of a fan. He's more of a fan favorite, not a
favorite.
Yeah.
Whereas I think anybody would take John Rahm as their partner and go into battle.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I hate betting against the Americans, but I just think it's wild that it's plus 150, and then you can do Europeans to have the lead after day one, plus money. Europeans to have the so if you really believe that, you can like load up on it as it goes, and even go as far as betting the over on the European players' point totals and under on the Americans, and so you could have a field day if it plays out. I don't think they'll kill them, but I think they'll win comfortably by like maybe 2 to 3 points.
Yeah. Not betting related question, but I don't think I asked you this. Keegan Bradley make the right choice as a non-playing captain, not playing, you think?
Yeah, I think it's more than just trying to get the best team. I think, first of all, if you're going to be the captain, be the captain. It's tough to captain the team when you're on the golf course. And number two, you're the captain. You're already the star of the show. You're already like, this is your game. But by not playing, he gives another player a chance to play in the Ryder Cup, which is career changing, forever it would be. So I was always hoping that he wouldn't play, even though, if he wasn't captain, he probably should have been a pick and is the competitive type of guy that this U.S. team needs. But I just don't think it's appropriate, let's say, to be a playing captain in this day and age when that means you're denying someone else a chance. A young player like, who were the last picks?
Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah,
just trying to think of some of the someone that got in because of that. But anyways, whatever. I don't think too many people that tune in here are interested in golf. But you know what? If you're gonna watch the Ryder Cup, you want to put some money down, and you don't feel like rooting for America,
right?
Like that's the tough thing about it is I will be rooting for America, but I'm going to have my money on Europe. So I guess technically I won't be rooting for America that hard.
I guess maybe doing a quick look here would have been like, I don't know, Henley maybe being the last one in?
No, he earned it on points.
He did earn it?
Season,
okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm not too
Thomas
sure.
was a pick.
Yeah, Thomas was a pick, but I don't think he was last, right?
Yeah, and that's not my example of a guy like I don't know why I can't.
I don't know. I'm looking at the European roster right now, and I just like
they're chock full of
you have Oberg
competitors.
Yeah, you have Oberg, you have Fitzy, which I mean you never know with him, but like Fleetwood, Hatton, Hogard, Hovland, Lowry, McIntyre, Straka, Rose, Rahm, and Rory. I mean, that's
to me. Are serious.
To me, Two, if you like, to me, those were like always like at least the consistent names all year. It felt like too on the PGA side for
like
the ones
Tommy
who were in
Fleetwood
PGA.
won the FedEx
Yeah.
Cup.
So I mean it.
I think that too that they're just more. Again, I just keep saying more serious, but I think they're more prepared, more serious. There's more camaraderie. I think they're gonna relish the raucous nature at Bethpage, and I think the Americans are soft.
Yeah. I'm with you. Kyle has no idea what the hell any of this is. So that's another as we end our betting podcast where Kyle is just so in the wind.
If you want to get more into golf, though, watch the
I think-
Ryder
yeah,
Cup.
no,
It's one of the best sporting events. In the world.
I golf for me has been what I call a renaissance sport for me, kind of coming out of 2020 in COVID and everything. And I mean the Ryder Cup, the past obviously couple that they've had have been super fun to be able to just kind of watch and be more, I guess, in tune for what's been going on with it and stuff like that. And I'm looking forward to next
Players
weekend.
don't like each other when they get out there
No.
on the course. I
No.
mean, they're pretty much contemporaries and peers outside the Ryder Cup. But once that starts,
And I mean, I know what people can say about Full Swing. It's like any other show, essentially on Netflix in that regard. But like, I mean, you got caddies and players going at it in parking lots over this deal.
Right.
Like, I mean, that part you literally can't script.
Yeah.
You know, it's a legit hatred when these get going over the course of the few days. So can't wait.
how's if you had to pick one team, Kyle, right now to win the World Series, who would it be?
Phillies.
Ooh.
So what kind of odds are you got? Can you get on the Phillies nowadays?
They're probably the most expected team to win.
So probably.
Yeah, they're probably not very good. If I had to do a long shot,
You can hit long shots in baseball. I mean, if you get in that one game playoff, you got a chance to win the World Series.
it's gonna sound crazy. I think even though how bad they've
The
been,
Yankees?
the Blue Jays.
Oh, wow.
If you're just looking to put a little money on a long shot, no one can see coming, Blue Jays.
All right.
I think, I don't know, it's tough because the AL picture really isn't, I mean, not like either stage is completely set, but
Seems like they have magic. They have the most comeback wins. We talk about it all the time. Their bullpen isn't good. Their pitching is questionable, but they still win.
yeah,
So
I don't know. I don't know. I look at a team like Seattle, they appear to be getting hot at the right time, and that's always a little part of it in baseball, especially. So,
Well, it's
know.
not quite the right time yet.
but it's getting there.
It's getting there, right?
So,
Sometimes you get hot a little too
soon.
soon. You make that run and get in, and then you totally are out in the first round.
Yeah.
Swept.
Yeah. So,
yeah, the Phillies are plus 425 on DraftKings. The Blue Jays are plus 800.
So really not that big a gap. I
Yeah.
like the Phillies at plus 425 if you're giving them your endorsement.
and I might be seeing their first game of the playoffs potentially. I'll be in Philadelphia that weekend where
Wow.
the DS's start. So,
Plus they got like Ryan Howard, right?
yeah, I heard Mike Schmidt plays third base still, and
And Steve Carlton starting.
Tug McGraw.
There you go. Who's the Matt Williams, the closer that blew the World Series?
Oh, Mitch.
Mitch Williams, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's some random Philly names.
My guy, Crucky. John Kruk.
Yeah, he was a Philly. Juan Samuel.
Hey, there we go.
Juan Samuel was one of the players that killed the Mets dynasty.
Yep. Yeah. Speaking of Mets, crossover with Lenny Dykstra.
He played for the Phillies too, I think.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that was a trade for Samuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Terrible trade for the Mets.
So, hey, either way, I think that about does it for the week, guys. So we'll get out here on that note. Good luck to your picks this weekend. Jim, keep the hot streak going. Kyle, hopefully me and you can get off the schneid a little bit here. And
All eyes will be on that Monday night game, though, as far as this internal contest goes.
yeah, so
Really swing it. Could really open up a big gap.
Yeah,
if
it could.
Baltimore covers.
or we all hit the middles and we all somehow get wins because of the way the lines are.
Yeah, that would be great too.
So
And the 9:30 games start next week.
yeah, we don't.
4 straight Sundays.
Yeah,
Ireland.
You didn't need to bring that
Yeah, I'll
up.
be on the golf course. I won't be I'm watching football at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I'll be at basketball on Sunday mornings at that time, and then Philly the weekend after, and then back at basketball. So
I mean, I like sitting down and watching all the games all night, but I got to do something in the morning,
Right.
and so I'm not gonna like wake up even if the weather's bad and watch a single game at 9 a.m. and then I'll wait till noon anyways. I don't like it. It's stupid.
And I'm sorry, my brain is not prepared for football anyway at that time, even if I didn't have anything else going on. My main concern at that point would be eggs and toast. So
Having games at 9:30 is almost as stupid as making the Raiders play at 10 o'clock start on Monday night and then traveling to the East Coast, for 5 days later.
So, hey,
The red zone layout though, 9-4 this week.
that's true.
Yeah, I have no plan. Last week I had some conflicts. This week, nothing.
Should be 8-5, but hey, at least we get 4 in the 4 o'clock window.
So, all right.
And Bills tonight.
Yeah. Hey, pretty good slate. We'll take it. So good luck, guys. Go with your picks. Good luck to everybody this weekend for your bets and picks as well. We'll be back at it again next Thursday, 2 p.m. here on the FL1 Betting Podcast. You can find the FL1 Betting Podcast and all other podcasts here on fingerlakes1.com, at fingerlakes1.com, the FL1 YouTube channel, and all major podcasting platforms. We'll talk again next week, everybody.